Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over exactly how much I predict the Team of the Years this year to cost. I'm going to also go over a little bit of the previous history and how I came to these conclusions. So before we get started, if you guys enjoy my videos, dropping a like and subscribing would be very greatly appreciated. I am looking to get a new camera and maybe a new microphone as well. So comment down below which one you would like to see me get first, a new camera or a new microphone. And yeah, we'll go from there. So let's hop over to sets here. And I'm going to kind of explain the two different types of methods that they might use to price the Team of the Year. So there's the Nations of Hockey event, which is basically the same style as all the other events. So, you know, 15 collectibles for 15 gold cards for a collectible, yada yada yada, 782s, 383s, 284s, 185, 186, etc. For a certain number of collectibles. So there's this method, which generally is cheaper than the other method to make a card to the same overall. And then the second method is a method that they've used for Stars of the Month. They used it for the Fantasy Evo event this year, and they also used it for Team of the Season last year. And that is this Stars of the Month collectible system where, you know, one HUT collectible for 483s or 384s for one collectible, 285s for one collectible, 186 for one collectible. And generally this method seems to be a lot more expensive. However, since the Nations of Hockey event requires, let's go for 86s, 186 for 3 collectibles, whereas this Stars of the Month one costs 186 for one collectible. Usually the MSPs tend to require less collectibles in this Stars of the Month method, as why they only cost 11, 11, and 9 for these 3 sets. However, 11 in this set, you got to multiply it by basically 3 to calculate how much it costs for one of these cards. So for example, 11 of these cost the same amount as 33, you know, Nations of Hockey collectibles. So that's how you calculate the amount. And that is why I think that they are going to use this method, this Stars of the Month sets method for Team of the Year, because they used it for the last 2 major events. So usually there's about 3 major events every year in HUT. So the 3 major events are Fantasy, Team of the Season, and Team of the Year. And the last 2 major events, so NHL 22 Team of the Season and NHL 23 Fantasy Evo, they've used this Stars of the Month set method. So I think they're going to continue that and use that for Team of the Year. So with that being said, let's hop over to the previous 2 years. As you can see here, shout out to No Sleeves. If you're not subscribed to him, go subscribe to him right now. I'll subscribe to him right now as we speak. I'm subscribed to him on my main account, just not on my YouTube account. So as you can see, McDavid here costs 175 collectibles to make him. Now this is through the Stars of the Month, no, sorry, the Nations of Hockey event method style. So, which means that this cost would be divided by 3 for the new method, the Stars of the Month method. So I don't know if you guys are following along here. I'm kind of rambling a little bit, but essentially what it would be is this McDavid, to max it out, would cost 58 Stars of the Month collectibles, approximately 58 Stars of the Month collectibles, which means that it would require 58 86 overall players, which is why I think, and they're going for about 20,000 coins across, like on average across the consoles right now. So if we multiply 20,000 by 58, we get 1.16 million coins to make this Connor McDavid in the Stars of the Month collectible method. Whereas if we calculated it in the regular one, it would cost about the same, but the difference is that it requires a lot, it looks like it requires a lot more collectibles, and EA doesn't like those optics. They would rather it look like it costs less collectibles, so it's more achievable, and then people open more packs, which is why I do fully believe that they'll go for the Stars of the Month collectible system. And I do fully believe that on average, these cards will be more expensive to make on average across all the cards than they were last year at Team of the Year and the year prior to that. If we head over here to NHL 21, we can see it was a little bit of a different system. It was a gold collectible system, and essentially all gold cards or all cards in the game had the same amount of set value. So it would require 50 of any gold card or better in the game to make 1 gold collectible, and then you needed 20 gold collectibles for a random, 24 for a random tradable, I believe, and then 22 for a random or the guaranteed untradable for each of the different ones. Which is why I think that, in my opinion, this was the most expensive way that they had it, and it was the worst way that they had it. But it also costed about 800,000 to 1.2 million coins, depending on the card. And that is what I think that they're going to be valued at this year. So if we hop back over to NHL, I'll show you a little bit about the sets. So these Stars of the Month sets, as they require different things, I'm going to tell you exactly what to invest in. So we know that the Nations of Hockey set style required 185 for 2 collectibles, but this one requires 2 85s for 1 collectible, which means comparatively to the 86s, the 85s are much worse this time, because last time 185 was worth 2/3 of an 86, because it would give you 2 collectibles, and 186 would give you 3 collectibles. Therefore, the 85 was worth 2/3. But now the 85s are worth half, so they're worth even less now, which is why the price, if you buy 85s right now, will be inflated. So if you buy 85s right now, it's going to end up costing you more to make a Team of the Year than if you buy 86s or 87s. And 87s, in my opinion, are the best value cards to buy right now. 87s and 84s, I would say, are the best value cards to buy right now. So I would suggest, you guys going out and buying those. The other card to absolutely avoid is the 88s, because they cost about 5K or 6K more than the 87s, but they don't give you an extra collectible, but rather they give you 4 gold players, which I think is very stupid. It just gives you a 4 gold players pack, which is worth about, 3,000 coins max if it was all tradable, and it's untradeable. So it doesn't help you out a lot. So I would highly recommend, not going for these 88 overalls. I would highly recommend investing all of your coins into 87s, 86s, 84s, 83s. Those are the best options for you guys. And I think that the total cost for Team of the Year, here's my guaranteed prediction. I think it will be slightly less than the Evo, because the Evo had more potential to get to 99 faster. EA can control these cards. They have some control over these cards on how fast they go to 99. So I don't think that they're going to cost as much as the Evo. However, I do think that they will be almost as expensive. So the Evo was 40 collectibles in this collectible system. I think that the Team of the Year, the average cards, so like the Makar, the Yossi, the Shesterkin, those type of cards, not including McDavid or Matthews if he gets one, I think that the average card is going to be worth 30 to 35 collectibles in this set method, which means that if we go by 86 overalls, if it was 35, it would cost 700,000 coins, or about 600,000 coins with 80 or 30 collectibles. So I think that that's how much they're going to cost. Last year, they costed about 450K, so this is a 150,000 coin increase over the previous ones. And I do think McDavid is going to be even more expensive than that. I think that McDavid is going to cost about 1 million coins, and he may be the same overall as the rest of them, but I do think he's going to cost 1 million coins this year, which is why I highly recommend you guys investing all of your coins right now into these players while they're still cheaper, because as soon as Team of the Year drops, everybody's going to put their players that they saved into sets, and the supply that people get, they're going to be keeping. They're not going to be selling their cards on the market, because they will want to use their supply to make Team of the Year. So the fodder cards on the market, the cards that you put into sets on the market, will completely evaporate, and then the only cards that will be left are like the high tier cards that aren't quite fodder price, and their prices are going to start to crash because nobody's going to buy them. People are going to be packing them and wanting to sell them. So I guarantee by end of the Team of the Year, somebody like Base McDavid or some of the X Factors might be, they might crash really hard in price because nobody has the coins to buy them and nobody wants to buy them, and everybody's selling them to get the coins to buy other cards. So I think there's going to be a massive market crash at Team of the Year on everything except for fodder. So if you can't build a Team of the Year, what I would recommend you do is still invest all your coins into fodder, but sell it at Team of the Year, and then buy up the players that you want, because they will be the cheapest price at Team of the Year, and then you can sell all those players later on for a really good profit. So that's what I would recommend you guys do. Now, Team of the Year is usually only a week long, so if they do release Team of the Year, you guys got to be quick on it. You guys got to make your cards right away, because unlike the other events, they won't be available in sets for the rest of the year. So you only have that 1 week window to make it, which is why I've been harping so hard on preparing for Team of the Year now. And yeah, that's basically the video for today. I think they're going to cost about 700,000 coins to 600,000 coins, for the average Team of the Year. And then for the McDavid or the Matthews, it's going to cost about 300,000 more than that at 1 million coins for the card. So I think it's going to be 40 collectibles for McDavid or Matthews, and then I think it's going to be 30 to 35 collectibles for the rest of them. if that did help you guys out, I would greatly appreciate a like on the video. Drop a comment down below on your opinion on what it will cost and who you're going to be making. And with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and have a great new year. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.